Welcome everyone to ACT UK's first Matthew Bacon Bursary webinar. I'm Laura Henwood. I'm ACT UK's Grants Officer and the Administrator for the Matthew Bacon Bursary. So, the Matthew Bacon Bursary. What are we here for? What is it? So, Matthew Bacon Bursary. He was a former Army Cadet of Surrey ACF, and I know that we have a few Surrey ACF CFAVs that signed up for the webinar today. So if you didn't know that, he was a fellow Army Cadet of yours. He signed up in 1988 to the Intelligence Corps, and unfortunately he was killed on tour in Iraq by a roadside bomb. In his honour, his parents, Roger and Maureen, set up the bursary to celebrate his life. And alongside ACT UK and the Outward Bound Trust, they set up this bursary to give Army cadets a chance to take part in adventurous activity. Matthew was known a keen outdoorsman, and so AT was this was the reason why adventure training was chosen, because Matthew was very keen. We lost Roger in 2021, and since Roger's death, Maureen has taken Roger's place in the selection panel. So both parents were very, very active in the Matthew Bacon Bursary and are still active today. So they take a very keen interest in the candidates as we go through. So what we've chosen is a 14-day summit adventure with the Outward Bound Trust. This course, and if you'll see in Annex C, is this summit adventure itinerary. It breaks down the activities that they'll be undertaking throughout the course. The course is designed to be challenging. The course might not be suitable for every cadet. So look through the itinerary and look at the activities and make sure that the cadet that you may have in mind will be able to participate in those activities. The whole point of the Matthew Bacon Bursary is to support young people who need to make a change in their life to achieve their full potential through the ACF. That is our main goal here. What does the bursary pay for? It's the full cost of the adventure fee. So the cost of the course is over £1,600. So the bursary covers that all. There are transport costs involved in that. So in order to get to the different centres, there are 4 main transport links for Manchester, Glasgow, Penrith and Birmingham. So when we get a cadet on the board, the ACF counties are going to get the cadet to one of those main transport hubs, and then we'll use the bus transfer via Outward Bound Trust, and they will get that cadet to the transport centre. We've got Manchester Piccadilly Station and Birmingham International, Manchester Piccadilly Station, Glasgow Buchanan Bus Station and Stirling Bus Station, and Oldswater, which is only a small distance away in Penrith train station. In the past, we have additionally supported individual cadets with the purchase of individual equipment, i.e. the suitable civilian equipment like the waterproof jacket or trousers, which they may not be able to afford. So if that's the case for your individual cadet, please do let us know. What kind of cadet is the bursary for? So the minimum age of the cadet, they have to be 15. They can't be 14 and 5 months at the start of the course. They have to be 15 at the start of the course. So look at the start date of the course. They must be 15. They can be 14 when they apply, but they must be 15 when they start the course. That is a must. We are looking for cadets that are low in self-confidence, that have not achieved their potential in the ACF and tend to hold back. This is a course for intervention. It's not a reward for senior cadets at the end of their cadet career. And this is the big one here. The ACF, by 15, should have brought out these skills in the cadet already. They should have started to gain, if they started at 13, should have started to gain some confidence, should have started to get some self-reliance already by being a cadet. However, as we all know, that there are some cadets that tend to hold back. So we are looking for those cadets that are in the background that tend to get overlooked, and these are the cadets for the bursary. You might know them. You might have one in your cadet, in your detachment. You might have one in mind. Those are cadets for this bursary. The expectations then. So although that we are paying for the full cost of the course, in order for the cadet to become a stakeholder in the event, we are asking for the cadet to do some fundraising. And that fundraising is they're going to raise up to £200 and they're going to pay that forward. So that £200 goes into the Matthew Bacon Bursary pot for the next year. Due to the nature of the cadet we're aiming the bursary at, fundraising can be a challenge. And that's where you, as a CFAV, on the ground, support your cadet. We might send several emails going, can you get this cadet fundraising? You might have to help them set up the event themselves. Sometimes we don't get the fundraising at all. And we take that risk, but we'll take each cadet and each reason for their fundraising by themselves. We expect some reports and some photos for their time on the course. We would like them to send a thank you letter to Maureen and the Bacon family. And obviously, we want them to try new things, have fun, and grow from their experience from the Matthew Bacon Bursary. Common misconceptions. A lot of CFAVs think that we only want applications from cadets that can't afford to do this course alone. They see the term bursary and think it's only for cadets that are in hardship. That is not the case. There is not one question on the application form that asks the questions about their financial situation. So we're not interested in that. We're just looking at, do they meet the criteria? We do not get applications from every ACF county. So please send in your applications. ACF counties can put in multiple applications, not just one bid for one cadet. You might be lucky. You might get both or all of your applications accepted. It all depends if they meet the criteria of the bursary. Citations. If you've seen the application pack that we sent out, on page 4 and 5, you will see that the expectations is that there is a detachment commander citation and a commandant citation. Please spend your time completing these citations. Take the time to talk with your commandant and discuss with them the importance of their citation. We need to hear your experience of working with this cadet. They might not know the cadet. Why don't you arrange a meeting with the cadet and yourselves and discuss the Matthew Bacon Bursary? It might be the first time the commandant's heard about the Matthew Bacon Bursary. So sometimes a cadet, when they write their application form, their write-up will be nothing but positives because they're trying to present themselves in the best light. Your citations are meant to reflect the reality of their situation. So we need to hear that, not necessarily the negatives, but we need to know why they meet the criteria and the truth of why they're not meeting their true potential. And not just in the ACF, in their everyday life too. A cadet's achievement on Westminster is not a reflection of their real life. Some cadets are promoted to encourage their confidence, not necessarily because they have the qualities of an NCO. When we receive an application form that says Corporal Joe Bloggs, and they're a 2-star past cadet, someone with not much experience can say, oh, this is a cadet that's clearly achieving, they've been promoted and they've achieved their 2-star. But if they've only been promoted to encourage their confidence and been promoted again because it's out of habit, your citation backing that up and saying, you know, this is the reality of it, this is where we are, it's unlikely that they're going to be promoted again, they're not going any further with their senior cadet training. We need to hear that. So please fill that box out. Yeah. Send me 2 to 3 pages in that citation. Do not hold back of that citation. If anything, the citation will be the success of your application. The calling letter does bring that home when you read that calling letter. Application process. Please involve the parent and the guardian from the offset. We need them to buy into the bursary just as much as the cadet. Last year, we had 3 candidates chosen. Unfortunately, one parent chose not to accept the bursary on behalf of their cadet. That's their decision. They have to buy in just as much. So please get them involved, get them understanding what the bursary is, that it's not a reward, that it's an intervention just as much to improve and help their young person. We don't want a space to be taken up and potentially wasted if they're not sold from the offset. Fully explain the process to the cadet and the parent and guardian. There's a parent information letter in Annex E of your pack. It has the frequently asked questions, there for a reason. And that letter has been very helpful actually since we've released it. With the dropouts we've had have decreased dramatically, so it has been very successful. So please use that to your advantage. Once we receive all the applications, a selection panel will be held. We hope to write back to all applications no later than Monday, the 3rd of March 2025. But we will keep you updated on that time frame as and when you send your applications in. Dates and locations. So we have the Outward Bound Trust have 4 main centres. Up in Scotland, we have Loch Ill. In the Lake District, we have Ullswater. And in Wales, we have Ogwyn and Aberdyfi. There are 2 main courses for the 2 age categories, for age 15 and then for the 16 to 17-year-olds. Those are the dates. So on the application form, we expect the cadet to select 3 course dates in priority order. Obviously, if they do not want to travel to Scotland and they live all the way down in Dover, perhaps not put Scotland as an option. We'll do our very best to give them their first choice and work very hard with the Outward Bound Trust to make that happen. If they are chosen, they'll be told from the offset what course they've been selected for, and we will work from that moment on to get them the most suitable course for them. So we'll work very hard to make that happen. On some of these dates, there are multiple courses going at the same time. So there's up to, I believe, 36 places on each course. So there's plenty of room. So don't panic. please feel free to email me. I can also discuss any draft applications that you may have or thinking about a certain cadet.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming, everyone, and taking part in our first Matthew Bacon Bursary webinar. It was great to see everybody. I hope you found it useful, informative. If you have got any feedback, do get in touch with Laura, let her know. Hope to see some more applications this year, and hope to see some of your cadets going on adventures.